So free me.
I start by paying my sincere respects to the Wurundjeri people on whose lands and waters we are gathered here today.
This always was and this always will be Wurundjeri land.
I just want a chance to live my life.
Slaughterhouses are dirty, noisy, smelly places where confused and terrified animals go to be killed. Their lives are taken from them. They do not give up their lives. They are killed.
Imagine if kids growing up in the country stopped hearing just one story. Imagine if alongside a dairy farm there was a sanctuary. How do you think that would change these children if they grew up understanding that there was another way of living?
One worker I spoke with said, the worst thing is when you shoot one in the head and he just doesn't want to die. He's thrashing around, bleeding everywhere, and you just have to try whatever you can do to kill him. But sometimes they just don't want to die. Eventually they do, and then you move on to the next one.
Breeding is core to the abomination called animal agriculture, and we breed to kill in unfathomably large numbers.
Most of the land grows crops to feed animals who we kill to feed rich people. Meanwhile, poor people around the world go hungry. There's actually plenty of food in the world.
Justice! More animals! Justice! For animals!
In November last year, 60 activists entered the Luvberduck Slaughterhouse in Mill, Victoria. Almost every cage held a seriously injured or already deceased duck. And until that day, I actually did not know that ducks bred for their flesh are deprived of immersive water for the entirety of their short lives. We filled paddling pools with water, and select ducks were taken from the crates and placed in that water. And it gave them a chance to experience water for the first time. A duck experiencing water for the first time in their lives. And eventually, against the orders of police and management, 19 ducks were ran out of that slaughterhouse and taken to safety. But that was 19 out of 20,000 on that one day. One day. And the next day, 20,000 arrived, and they too endured that extreme horror.
Let us not forget that freedom marches in history have often felt long and unendurable sometimes. And that is why I leave you today with a rallying cry to keep walking.
We are calling for peace, justice and fairness, and we should not be ashamed of that. And that each of us have a role to play in sharing the stories of the billions of individual animals who are murdered every year. Their stories are what matter.
Science keeps telling us that a whole food, plant-based diet is the healthiest way to eat. And one of the greatest risks to public health is consuming animal products. So we can be healthy, so we can stop hurting animals, so we can feed the world, so we can ensure the long-term health of the planet. This is the best reason of all to close all slaughterhouses. Thank you.